I'm just gonna get everything ready because you need a lot of things. Definitely practice mod. I'm gonna need that. And we'll just quickly get it. I should probably delete the save data for our practice mod as well. Like what do we have? We have these three, right? Yeah, I could just get rid of this and this will turn into a video, so I'll probably do some like commentary or something, I don't know. Hello everybody, and welcome to my Undertale beginner's guide for speedrunning. I am not the best speedrunner myself, as you can see, but I can show you a lot of cool stuff and how you can get started with a speedrun. And with everything I should have taught in this video, you should be able to get a time somewhat close to this, probably. On this screen, you just want to name it any one character you want. It's the fastest name. It's always quickest to just go A, because you could just, like, hold on. Like, if I go like this, you could just, like, I don't know how to do it, but here's a fun fact. If you get rid of it on like the same frame as pressing done, this happens. Just choose any one letter. The time begins once you press yes. Like that. You just want to be holding right now. And now we have Flowey right here. And this might be a great time to teach mashing. Now there are a lot of ways to mash. The simplest is just spamming X and enter like that, as you can see. But there is a much quicker method. Here's mashing X and enter really quickly. There's a much better way to do this. There is one where you press left shift Z X enter and you roll those keys. Now for some reason it's not displaying the left shift, but I am pressing it. Left shift Z X enter and you just roll those on your fingers really quickly. But we can get even faster, and this method is what most top runners use. It's called piano mashing. You press Z X usually with your middle finger and your pointer finger, and with your pointer finger you press enter, and with your middle finger you press shift, just like this. And this method is fast. You just want to go up here for Flowey. Just mash Z and enter here because you can't skip that text. Same thing here. You want to move down here because when he spawns his circle of friendliness pellets, this is where they'll be the closest to you. And if you want to hit them even quicker, then you can hold down and left to save just about a second. Now Toriel is just gonna come up here and just want to start mashing her text away. I don't know what happened to all my music mods, but they're gone for now, for some reason. So you just want to go up here. Try not to bump here. What I like to do is I go to the sides and then walk around like that. Just mash this part away. I'm gonna use the two methods I showed at the start interchangeably, so you might sometimes not see the left shift registering. That's fine. You want to be holding up and right and just mash here. And press this switch right here. I'm using my desktop keyboard, but if you're using a keyboard that can press 3 buttons at once, so you can move while frisk dancing like this, that's much better. Like, pretend you're like frisk dancing on this wall and you just hit the switch. Same thing here. You just mash this text away, and now you're in this room. There is a really nice way to save 30 seconds here called tutorial as skip. I'm first gonna demonstrate the normal method. So you just want to interact with the dummy and talk to it like this. Mash her text away and move into this room. I'll show that again. Hold on. Okay, so that happened. Hold on, give me a second. Or if you're very bad at menuing like this, you can simply just run away. It doesn't save that much. It doesn't lose that much time. And now finally, I'm gonna show off tutorial as skip. Mash her text away and just walk up to her. Keep in mind that you can interact with her from far away. You don't want to do that. You just want to walk up to her as far as you can. And just mash until you get to this text box. Well, I thought it was amusing. Now, you want to press Z and enter while holding right on consecutive frames like this. This will take a very long time to do, probably, because this is actually used for a glitch way later in the run, all the way in Waterfall. So, you should probably come back here after that. You can just, one method to do it is by mashing quickly like this, and trying. Hold on, have I explained how to do this skip yet? Okay, let's go back. So you want to walk up to her right here. Keep in mind that you can interact with her from further away. You don't want to do that. Just walk up to her and mash. Well, sorry. Mash until you get to this text box. Well, I thought it was amusing. And you want to press Z and enter on consecutive frames. This will be done in an important glitch way later in the run, so you can come back here if you're struggling after that. But Frisk should move 1 pixel into the wall. Now from here, you can actually just walk into this room. And that might have saved a couple seconds, if it were possible. You can actually kill this frogget and go back to fight the dummy if you want to, but here I'm gonna show you something. Tutorial is actually not here, so there's invisible barriers. So, how does this skip end up saving any time for us? Well, it's gonna get a whole lot worse. I'm just gonna do what I just did. Or you can, if you fail it, you can get to this text box and do the same thing. I'm gonna show off a few methods. The first method is just mashing really quickly. You want to do a wrong warp, basically. So, to do a wrong warp, you have to get rid of all of the text boxes. So, here. I'm gonna try to explain this in the easiest way I possibly can. So, look, I'm moving. Yeah, Frisk is moving, yeah? And look at me, I'm not able to move right now. Why? Because this text box is a cutscene. Just like basically every other cutscene in the game. But, you know what this room transition is right here? Yeah, that's also a cutscene. And when I close the text box, that kind of finishes the cutscene, you know? So, see, I want to, while I'm in the room transition, I want to close all the text boxes, and the game is gonna think, no, you're not in a cutscene anymore. Even during the room transition, which is a cutscene in itself. So the game freaks out and puts you to the room's default point, which in the next room's case is very far into the next room. But this is extremely hard to do, because for most of these overflows with text you do, there's only one text box to mash away. But here there's two. And it's very easy to soft lock. The easiest way to do it is to open your menu and just start mashing like this, piano mashing, and just hold right for like not too long, otherwise you won't get the skip. See, I soft locked there because the text box was still open and the game still thinks I'm in a cutscene because the text box is still open, but now I can't even close the text box and we're soft locked for the rest of time. Or if we can mash both text boxes away in rapid succession, hold on, just like that, we can move freely and go straight into the next room. If you didn't understand any of that, that is great. Please, I beg you, do not implement this in your runs. I made that mistake, and now, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get a new PB. It's a last resort, basically. You can come back here after we've learned how to punch card overflow, which is much later in the run. You just want to walk through this hallway. I'm just going to skip it because there's absolutely nothing interesting here. You want to mash your text away here. Keep mashing when you enter this one. You want to be walking, holding down and right here. Just like that. And just walk down here. Tap up a little bit here. Hold on. You can tap up and then interact with the door. Just to, like, you have less chances of getting an encounter. Because if I do something like this, see, you could probably get an encounter there. Just like that. But if you walk down here, you should be fine. Mash away Toriel's call here. Doesn't matter what you choose. And now you want to interact with the side. Why? Well, I'll show you. You can just push this rock right here. And well, Toriel will give you a phone call about asking about your allergies. Or, if you interact with the side, for some reason, it removes that call for asking about allergies. You can push the rock from the side, by the way. Did you see what happened in the previous room? Yeah, that's a 1... I think it's a 1 in 30 chance. It's frame perfect. So you can get lucky, and that can happen to you. You just want to walk into this room, and the puzzle solution is you can walk on any of these 2 layers, and you'll be fine. Here's how I like to do it. I walk down to the 6th one, all the way down. I move 2 to the right here, then walk up here, just like that. If you're having trouble finding the solution, the game actually tells it to you built in. Hold on, I should have made a save state a bit later, sorry. If you're having trouble finding out the solution, of course you can just go down here, because this is actually the solution to the puzzle. Any of these tiles you can stand on and you'll be able to solve the puzzle. But the leaves will make you fall. Next up, you have this room. It's a little bit precise to do this, but you want to be basically on this pixel right here. It doesn't matter really what pixel, but you just want to keep mashing and hope that the rock pushes Frisk there. Then you walk up to it. There is a different way to do this, which, sorry. You can try to skip a little section of this. It's very hard to do. That saves just a little bit of time there. Now this is the most important part of the speedrun. You want to make sure you hit that mouse hole. Just ignore the save point, by the way. And you walk over here and mash away through Napster book. Now, an obstacle can be difficult if you're bad at menuing, because you can often just select the wrong option. So you just want to get on cheer. You can be slow here. It won't really matter much. As long as you get it right. You have to press cheer 4 times. You can't really mash this text away. It'll mash itself. And now, I usually like to mash like menu from the top here instead of from the bottom, because threat does that. Flirt still finishes the fight. It's a few seconds slower than cheer, but you still finish the fight. So try to go for cheer every time. And you could just walk up here. Try to stay at the bottom of this. Your step count will be lower. You have a less chance of getting an encounter. This can sometimes happen where you get... Oh, I thought that was the same pixel. Sometimes you can get an encounter on the same pixel as the Toriel call. You can just go up here. Don't worry, you'll fall down. Fall down into this hole right here. And just try to press this lever as quick as you can. As fast as you can, sorry. You want to be holding right and up here. And just move down like this. You could just walk down here. And press this switch. Same thing here, except you press this one. You can actually interact with this from here. You don't actually have to like touch it from here. So keep that in mind. You can save like a second. Get this switch. And you're basically done with runs now. You just walk up here and start mashing as long when you enter this room. Just keep mashing until this. And also mash when you enter this house. Something is wrong with my music. You want to walk up tutorial here, and there are a couple ways to mash through this. You can select no here. And when can I go home? Or the easier method, just keep mashing until she does her second snail fact, where you could just ask, how do you leave the ruins? That's how I personally do it. You just want to walk down here into the hallway. Whenever you see Toriel sprite, you could just start mashing. Now time for her boss fight. This one is heavily RNG dependent. So, you just want to hover to Mercy and just spare her. She'll do a variety of attacks. But the one you want is this one. Hold on, I'll slow the game down. You always want to hit the bottom one, because the bottom one does 3 damage. Well, hold on. The top one does 4 damage. Just like that. Go for the top one if there's no bottom one, but if there's a bottom one, go for it. You always just want to hit it, because it's gonna end the attack. For this attack, you just want to go up here. Except, if you're at 8 HP, there's something else you can do, which I will show. But you just want to hope for that hand attack. This one's pretty precise. Try not to get hit by any other attacks. You can stay in the middle here. Now you can get hit. Sorry. Did I just reset my timer? I'm sorry. I'll just show it here. If you're at 8 HP, there's actually an invisible attack here that does 1 damage. On this attack. Here. Just want to hit that once. If you're under 8 HP, any attack will do 1 damage, and you can just get a lot of hand attacks. Ideally. And on the last attack, you can just get hit by anything because it will set you to 2 HP, and Torio will just start doing this attack. It's heavily RNG dependent, and it can ruin your runs, but here you just want to start mashing, see and enter. Now for splits, I usually like to split here whenever I touch the door. But what most runners do, I'll run through this hallway. Start mashing through Flowey's text here. Now, I forgot to mention this, but if you get a Whimsin encounter in the ruins, and with perfect timing, kill the Whimsin, Flowey's laugh animation will be a little shorter here. And you can save about like half a second, I think. It's not worth it. So you just start mashing here. What you want to do here, a lot of runners just mash whenever they touch that door. Just wanna, sorry. Keep walking through this hallway.
Окей, ты с Томсом сейчас думаешь.